Yeah. Alright.
Hi, my name is Akinecce Charles of the St. Mary's Police Club, and this is why I love my community. Today I am here with Prince of Moruga, Eric Lewis. So let's get into it. Hello today, Prince Lewis. I'm Akinecce Charles, and I would love to have a tour of you.
Okay, so here we have the fossil. These fossils are were found in Moruga, and some of these fossils here are over 6 million years old, and they belong to the different time frames, right? So this is these fossils here basically are made up of bivalves, which basically are like the mussel, the shells that you see on the beach. And here we have some trace fossils. This is a gastropod fossil, and this one is. So this originally would have been made of like a horn, right? Like a big horn and a big shell like this, similar to a horn, right? And that's how it got its name also. And as we move on to that, we move on to the Amerindian collection, since the Amerindians are the prehistoric people that inhabited this land. And here we have the Adorno pieces. So these here are the Adorno pieces, and the shards of pottery, ceramic pieces, and the shards of stone, and these are some of the flint which basically would have been used to make the arrowhead. So this basically here is shaped like an arrow tip. See that? Alright, so this here is one of the Amerindian axe heads. So this is how it's made up, and this would have been sculpted from a piece of stone, right? And this is for here. So we have some other similar pieces like that right here, which you can see the similar formation. And this here is a grinding stone. This is what they would use to prepare medicine or some of the food stuff on, or even paints. And they'd be using this to grind and to make their stuff. Well, in the modern world, we'll call it a food processor or pasteurizer, right? And then we have some of the bones, which was also found at an archaeological site. And the bones would consist primarily of animal bones, which would have been what the Amerindians would have used for their diet. So it would show the type of foods, whether it's deer, whether it's a booty, or something that they would have been using for consumption at the time. These are some of the axe heads. This is a very small one, but at the same time, this is not indigenous to Trinidad, since it's a volcanic piece, but very interesting. So you can see from the shape here and how it would be. So it would be fitted in somewhat like this to make a Amerindian stone tool. And here we have some more of the Amerindian pottery, ceramic pieces, and that is it for the. And here, this is a canoe, and one of which we had found at Cedros, and this one was found in Moruga. And this is the oar, which we also found on the beach coast, to show that the indigenous people, the Amerindians, were the first people also of this land.
How about the bones, right? Do they all come from animals, or were they ever human findings?
Yes, we have had human findings throughout Trinidad, and that doesn't just relate to our museum, but here nationally, several Amerindian sites have been unearthed throughout Trinidad, and most of them in the south of Trinidad, rather not as much as in the north, but in South Trinidad, yes, because the south of Trinidad or southern Trinidad basically is closer to the Venezuelan point of which the Amerindians would have settled. So the Warao people settled there today, and they are the ones who have been coming over for the last few hundred years and thousands of years also.
Okay.
On this side here we have a memorabilia of the Spanish influence, and this here shows that Christianity would have been brought to the island by the Spaniards, right? And this here is a statue of the infant Jesus of Prague, and this is also from the very late 1800s, and these are some of the candelabras as well, and that cross up there is possibly from the 1600s, which would have been found at the Arena Massacre, which is from Arima. Well, not the Arima direct spot where Arima is today, but in San Rafael, right? And over here we have a Spanish silver coin from 1751, which also gives the Spanish influence of Trinidad, and this here is known as one of the pieces of 8. So you can take a closer look.
Yeah. Alright. My Trinidad and Tobago. Whoa, whoa. My Trinidad.
So on this side, this is our natural science collection, and over here we have a collection of whale bones, different animal bones and so on, turtle shells, etc. And this collection is one of a very diverse, one of the most diverse natural science collection in the country and possibly the Caribbean. And it is also possible that the Moruga Museum is the only museum in Trinidad that has whale collection or whale bones in its collection. We have some others in storage, and this here is a whale jawbone. This is the vertebra, and this here is another part that connects to the vertebra. And the others is just like small, like probably like this, and this is the size of how we This is the we call it the bullfish, but this is one of the fish. You ever looked at SpongeBob? And you see the fish with the little lights come out in front there. So this is that type of fish right there.
And if you would like to come again during the pandemic, do you have closed off?
Well, once the country is open back and it's in keeping with the regulations, COVID-19 protocols, so we'll see we have visiting. And the next thing is that you can also follow us on our Facebook page at Moruga Museum, and we also have the National Coconut Chocolate Museum and the Heritage Complex in Trinidad and Tobago. You can go on and like our page, you can like my page also, Prince of Moruga, and I'm also on Instagram. You can write on one of the pages to get more information of when you can visit.